In Fayette, Animal Care and Control looking for 3 people charged with animal cruelty. They say Catherine Meriwether, Adriana Meriwether, and Demetrius moved out of a house on Emerson Drive, leaving 2 dogs without food or water and confined in a crate. One of those dogs died. All 3 of them were charged with 2 counts of animal cruelty. They're asking anyone with information on their whereabouts to come forward and to contact either the shelter or Lexington police.
We now know